everybody. It's been a long time since I made a video. Just been really busy with things and, you know, living life and all that. But I wanted just to make a brief video because I have very little memory on my phone. I have some family visiting, my mother-in-law and my aunt. We call her Masi. That's the word we use for my aunt. And they are actually really interested in taking photos and taking a ride in the Ferrari today. So we're gonna have some footage of that. But wanted to just talk briefly about my supercar journey, and you know, there's no specific agenda today. And this of course is my F8, Ferrari F8 Tributo that I've owned since June. And you know, I've just been enjoying it this whole summer. I've driven it a pretty decent amount for a Ferrari, and the car so far has held up really well. It's given me no issues. I'm gonna knock on wood because, you know, you always need to do that. I'm a little superstitious, but the car is beautiful. I actually really like the silver. Although I've been more into bright colors and black, I actually think silver really works well for this car. It's fast. I mean, like, it's demonically fast. And it's incredible, really. Really no complaints. Probably the only minor thing is the little 12-volt connection that I use to hook up my radar detector, which you've got to have a radar detector if you're driving a sports car. That's been my experience. But it's too shallow in Ferraris, so it doesn't fully fit. So I had to have it kind of like wiretapped into the little mirror, behind the mirror electronic connection, that whole deal. So that generally worked, although one day it kind of got a little goofy and it wasn't working. But other than that, that's worked well. The car is, again, you know, the way it handles and steers, it's just next level. I mean, it's just so, you know, I love rear wheel drive and the way it just kind of, you know, handles those turns. It's just so fun to drive. The gear shifts are just so lightning fast and they give you a little thump in the back, which I love. I have to admit, I've reached the point where you know, I'd kind of like to have two supercars. And that's, you know, you reach that point in this journey that one is not enough. Like, you want to have different experiences. And what I love about the Ferrari is how it drives, you know, the motorsport heritage, the speed. The car is, I think, the most beautiful car I've ever owned. Probably the only negative is it's not the best sounding car. And I mean, although it sounds good, I've had cars that have sounded way better than this. And I do miss that naturally aspirated V10 that I had in my R8 and my Lamborghini. So it kind of gets you to the point where I don't want to get rid of the Ferrari. I actually want to keep it, but I want to kind of have a V10 Lamborghini again. I'd like to have a Huracan again. And then there's a side part of me that wants to maybe look at a 750S McLaren, or even, I actually test drove a 296 Ferrari GTB, or sorry, I drove a GTS, and that thing was just, that was its own thing. I mean, that thing was crazy. So it's sort of like, you know, in order to change cars, I have to, or I'm sorry, in order to have a Huracan back, I have to change cars, but I don't want to get rid of this car. I actually want to have two cars. And that's the dilemma I'm in, because while I could afford to have a Lamborghini and the Ferrari, it would be a bad decision. I mean, it would be a bad decision in that I have other responsibilities in my life. You know, I have investments, I have a family, I have kids, you know, and I could probably still pull it off, but I think the optics of it are a problem. So that's a real dilemma. And I'm sure there are a lot of other guys out there like me who love supercars, but they have a family and they want to have a few supercars, but you reach that point where you can't really do that for reasons I just stated. If anybody out there watching this video wants to comment on that, what their thoughts are, or if they're in the same situation, I'd love to hear your, you know, what you have to say about it. Okay, Mom and Masi, are you looking forward to riding in the Ferrari F8 Tributo?
Love your Ferrari restaurant.
We love it.
All right.
Love your Ferrari. We want to take picture and video with your Ferrari.
And go and
You are
ride.
lucky you have Ferrari. We wish we have Ferrari.
You can have a Ferrari, trust me, I know. All right, let's start this bad boy up.
video this part. Yeah.
I'm
Go
going
ahead.
to take ride in Ferrari.
Woohoo! Go for it!
That'll be fun.
All right, and they're off.
Now it's my turn.
Woohoo! Go!
I'm going to have a fun.
Yay!